Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the gods, peace to the ancestors, and peace to the indigenous and Aborigine Americans. Alright. Just want to make another video because I see a lot of people starting to get pissed off by these videos I'm making. So I might as well just keep pushing the envelope. You know, I'm glad to see a lot of the comments that they positive. Please keep the positive comments. Try to keep the negative comments down to a minimum. The title of this video going to be America was a Negro continent. Okay. Now, my previous videos, I pretty much show images of what you would consider African Americans to be in this continent before so-called slavery, and to actually be the original tribes that was classified as Indians, and we've been classified as African Americans. But we do know that the original people of this continent was called Aborigines. Now, I'm getting a lot of people keep on talking about the Pacific Islands. We're talking about America. We're talking about here, America. We're not talking about no fucking islands. Or you know what? I'm gonna try not to curse on this. I'm gonna try to keep this entertainment just in case if any children or anybody want to view and get a little whiff of this information. I'm gonna try to keep it respectful. Okay. So, okay. Like I said, all the images shows of who the people was. And the thing about this is, right, you don't see none of these mongoloids in none of these pictures. In the early pictures, you don't see no mongoloid. You only see mongoloids of people who, when they came here, they went to the Southwest and seen these mongoloid nomad homeless people that we call Indians. You understand? And the mongoloids is getting mad. And what I notice is a lot of these people who claim to be Indian got these so-called Spaniard last names. But check this out too. Look, if you look at a Mexican or look at these so-called Hispanics that's claiming to be Indian descent. They look like Chinese. They look like they Chinese descendants, just like the so-called $5 Indians and these old other people that keep claiming to be Indians. So now look, I'm just going to quote this from a historian, a military general, Carlos Chavez Marquez, and this is what he said. Okay, and I done put these images up numerous times, whatever though. But I just want to revisit his comments of what he said. This is what he said, okay? And then when you try to do research on him, you can't really find a lot of research on him or whatever. He have written a couple. I think he written 2 books that's out on the market or whatever though. But I did some in-depth research on it and I couldn't really find too much on him. But for this guy to say what he said, obviously he knew the same thing. Now we just going to deal with what he said, and he's talking about only in South America, okay? He's only talking about South America. He's not talking about North America, okay? But this is what he said. The Negro type is seen in most Mexican sculptures. The Negro figure frequently in most remote traditions of some American Pueblo. It is to this race doubtingly belongs the most ancient skeletons distincted from the red American race, which has been found in various places from Bolivia to Mexico. It is likely we repeat, America was a Negro continent. And the quote is from, I can't say it in Spanish, but it says, let me see something. It says Estudio Arco something. I can't really make out this wording or whatever, but it say Volume 1, Madrid 1920. So I guess this is where the quote came from or whatever. So now let's just deal with this right here, right? Now, we've been told that we came here from Africa. We've been told that we was all slaves. I found out that that is a lie. You had free men walking around. The same time you had so-called people who was in chains. Then you got other people, you got other Europeans writing books about Europeans being slaves in this country. At the same time, we were supposed to be slaves. So that already punches a black eye in the whole situation to show you that something is not going on and we've been lied to. You understand? Or along you throw that in there with the numerous pictures of why would they show the image of an American being a melanated person or a copper colored person? Why would they show the image of that if that person was supposed to be a slave? But you get all these brainiacs who cannot think because they are so indoctrinated with what this European has told us. You cannot rely on these European institutes for history to believe everything that they tell you, because they're not going to tell you the truth. Okay, they're not going to tell you the truth. They even got the dude Childress from Coast to Coast. You know, he does an in-depth I think it's like a 2 hour video. I'm gonna find it and put it in the link in the description. And he was describing some of these people. Matter of fact, he wouldn't describe them, but he would say what their characteristics was. He would never say what their ethnicity was. He would never say what their skin color was. But he will always try to like push it towards white people. We know white people was not here, okay? So we already gonna out that. We already know what the white people here. If it's telling you Columbus came in 1492 and it's telling you when Verrazano got here that it was already people or what we consider to be black people, just like the ones right now in the Carolinas. I don't know any Indians who look like Ethiopians. I'm sorry. I just don't know. I don't know any Indians who have coarse and curly hair. I don't know them. The Indians they show us got straight hair like animals, just like the Europeans got. Okay, that's not Indian hair. That's Indian hair like the people in India got. That's mixed with animals. That's just like, yeah, that's where their DNA came from. We think all these different human beings came from. They came from the mixing of animals with human DNA. And if you want to go in depth with that, check a brother named Brett Carr out. Brett Carr 21, I believe that's what it is. But it's Brett Carr. Check him out. He got massive videos on this or whatever. But as far as what Carlos Chavez Marquez said, he said, let me see. Let me go back to the top. So he said, the most ancient Mexican sculptures, the Negro figure frequently in the most remote traditions of some American Pablos. Now, let that sink in for a minute. Understand? Let that sink in for a minute. Why would this man say this, man? Oh, he just said this just to say it, and we delusional too. We delusional too, according to what these people who come on here with these comments. Even your own people don't want to let it go. Your own people don't want to say, well, you know what, man? Look, if we found bones in Brazil, and they said the oldest bones were found in Brazil, plus the man in Carolina is another story. The brother from South Carolina who DNA states back to supposed to be Adam. I don't believe in no Adam or none of that. I believe Adam is a term for the atom, like the Adam, the ATOM, not ADOAM. I'm talking about the atom or whatever. I don't believe in that, but they saying this brother had the oldest DNA on the planet. Or don't quote me on exactly what I'm saying. If it's not the oldest, it's at least either a million or a couple 100,000 years old, and it was found over here in South Carolina, along with the people found in Brazil. They want you to believe it was just one body found there. Well, they probably found more than one body. They probably found thousands of bodies. They just not letting us know. Because for one person to be there, come on, man, use your common sense. Use your common sense. See, the European has lied to us, and then for us to even rely or even think any of these immigrants that come here are going to believe you, of course they not going to believe you. They think we freaking crazy. They think we crazy by saying we was already here, because the story has been so vividly forced down people's throats to the point to where people, they don't want to believe that, because if their history education is false, what else they teaching you that's false? What else they teaching you that's false? So, like I said, America was a Negro continent. All of these pictures you see are Negroes. None of these people even look like Mongoloid. Mixed people. The only ones you see, when you start seeing these pictures, when they started having pictures available, they started taking pictures of people who was like in the Southwest. The Seminoles was Negroes. The Yamasees was Negroes. The Chickasaw was Negroes. The Cherokee, Cherokee, or however they pronounced it, was Negroes. All of these tribes was Negroes, okay? So I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I don't mean to bust your bubble. I'm sorry to anybody who these Europeans misinformed you guys and told you that you was an American, or you know, that we came here on a slave ship or whatever. But I'm sorry, you are in a Negro continent. America is a Negro continent, and you are a guest to a Negro continent. So you need to understand that. You need to know that we was here, that this is our land. Okay, this is our land, and this is our basically our birthright. We are the only Americans. Okay, you came from India and you was born here. You are a United States national or a United States citizen. You don't have no ethnicity. Your ethnicity might be Indian or East Indian, but just your status, are you a United States citizen? You are not an American. Just because you live in America doesn't make you American. The Americans never accepted you here in their country. So how can you just steal their birthright and claim to be what they are? This is what's going on out here. And people must think we are so stupid to the point to where we're gonna sit there and you got Europeans who claim, and you got other races of people who clearly telling you that they are from a whole other country. Even the ones who was not born here or who was born here, you see them flying the flags of where their family is from. So how can you be from here if you claiming to be from there? That's why I just let the whole African thing go, because I know that was black people or melanated people or copper colored people all over the planet. You understand? So we know this already. So I mean, they can keep on lying, and you people can believe what you want to believe. All right, I didn't put enough evidence up there. You got statues, Olmec heads that was found in the ground that don't look nothing like no freaking Mexican. Sorry, y'all. They don't look nothing like no Mexicans. All these hairstyles, what the natives was wearing, these braids, these mohawks, these are numerous. Everything is what we wear, what Negroes wear right now. You understand? These dances we be doing, our Indian dances, but we just don't know it. That's why we the best dancers. Come on, man. You know, the gig is up, man. Whether you want to accept it, whether you don't want to accept it, America is a Negro continent. So with that being said, I am the Thompsonist one, and I'm out. Peace.